Good morning, students. Welcome to the digital classes of Lalbagh Girls Intermediate College. This is Ma'am Spring in an education class, and this class is for class 12th. Class 12th, you know that we have already started with the chapter learning, and in this chapter I've told you about various things. So in this video, I'll be telling you about one of the theories given by Ivan Pavlov. In the previous video of mine, I have given one of the important theory of learning, which was known as the trial and error theory. Now this is the theory of Ivan Pavlov, and this theory is known as conditioned response theory, or you can say the classical conditioning theory. This is known as classical conditioning theory because it's a very old theory of learning. It is not like it's a very old theory, so it's not relevant as on today. It is relevant in these days also. So this is an important theory of Ivan Pavlov. Ivan Pavlov was a famous Russian scientist, and during his physiological experiments, he encountered with one of his methodological problem that was ultimately proved to be the most important and most interesting than the physiological experiment of his. So this research of his was known as the conditioning. So this theory of conditioning is also known by various names like responded conditioning, conditioned reflex, or conditioned response, or even Pavlovian conditioning theory. Pavlov has got Nobel Prize for this conditioning theory in 1904. He belonged to the behaviorist school like Thorndike, and he also studied the modification of behavior. Generally, the experiments in education is done on animals. As we have seen that the Thorndike has done his famous experiment on a cat, so he has done this his experiment on a dogs. So in this experiment of his, what was done is he tried to associate the food with the bell, or he tried to condition the dog with the bell, with the sound of a bell. So let us move towards this experiment. That in this experiment, Pavlov has designed an apparatus for measuring the dog's salivation. Salivation is done when the food is given to the dog. It's very common that whenever you give the food to anyone, they start salivate. So the food was given to the dog, and a cup was attached to the dog's cheek to collect the drops of the saliva flowing from his salivary glands, which had been moved outside the cheek through surgery. The saliva flowed from the cup to a tube, and the air driven out of the tube in turn displays the color fluid in a calibrated instrument. This calibrated instrument looked somewhat like a thermometer. Thus, the small changes in the flow of salivation could be read on this gauge. The dog was placed in a soundproof room equipped with one-way vision screen through which the experimenter could see the animal. By remote control, he could provide some powdered food into its mouth, and then he used to present a bell, sound of a bell. So in this typical experiment, Pavlov has trained his dog with the sound of a bell, which is said to be the controlled stimuli, and after presenting the unconditioned stimuli, and then measuring the amount of saliva secreted, which is said to be saliva secreted was said to be as unconditioned response. After pairing the sound of the bell with the food a few times, the effects of the training were tested by measuring the amount of saliva which flowed when bell was rung alone. without food. Pavlov resumed the paired presentation of bell and then food, of bell and the food a few more times and then tested again with the bell alone. What he has seen, that even the food was not presented to the dog could salivate at the sound of the bell. So he has been conditioned with the bell. It was clear to him that whenever this bell is going to ring, he will get the food. So this was the experiment of the Pavlov, in which he has noted the behavior of the dog. So according to this, he has given many definitions of conditioning. One of the famous definition is given by James Trevor, which is said to be: conditioning is a process by which a response comes to be elicited by stimulus, object or situation other than that to which it is the natural or normal response. One other definition was given by S.S. Chauhan, and in his definition he says that the conditioning may be defined as a process in which a natural stimulus, by pairing with a natural stimulus which has become effective through association. So this is what the definitions given by various educationists, and they have also noted that certain things are necessary for the learning by this conditioned response theory. So what are those? Let me tell you those things. First was the motivation. Motivation occupies a very prominent place in learning. You know this thing. So by conditioned response theory, the child, inspired by his need, establishes contacts with the unnatural excitements. Then the other one is the expectation. Due to expectation, unnatural excitement becomes linked with the natural excitement. Then there is a essential element which is known as the repetition. The child develops relations with unnatural excitement due to the repetition of relations between unnatural and natural excitement. As a consequence, he learns natural reactions towards unnatural excitement as he reacts towards natural excitement. Thus, the repetition is most essential for learning by conditioned response. Then there is one more essential element which is known as the absence of distracting stimulus. As you had seen in this experiment, that the dog was kept in a soundproof room. So there was no distraction at that time. So when the process of learning by conditioned response is going on, it is essential that there is the absence of distracting stimulus. Now that is the reason why in the laboratory of Pavlov, the dog was kept in the soundproof room. Otherwise, there is the possibility of developing relations between natural or unnatural excitements. So this theory is also has got importance in the field of education, and let me tell you that how they are important. It helps in keeping small children in discipline. Then it helps in developing the habits in place of good habits in place of bad habits. It also helps in reading, writing, and in learning tables. It also plays an important role in reward and punishment. It also cures negative emotions like fear and anger. It also helps in the social adjustment of a child. So this is what the conditioned response theory, which was given by Ivan Pavlov. And in the next video, I'll be giving the insight theory of Kohler. So what if you have any problem in this theory or in the previous theory which I have told, so do write in the comment box. And if you have any query or if you have any questions, ask it to me by writing it in the comment box, and keep reading the theories given in this learning chapter, because learning is an important chapter and you need to do each and everything in detail. That is why I am giving it one by one. So in the next video of mine, I'll be giving the next theory. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and thank you.